Hello and welcome, seekers of self-improvement. Today we delve into a commonly faced issue, procrastination. This silent productivity killer is something we've all grappled with at some point. It's that nagging voice that tells you there's always tomorrow, that you can put off your tasks just a little longer. But the price we pay is steep, affecting not just our productivity but also our personal well-being. Procrastination is more than just laziness or poor time management. It's a complex issue that often stems from a deeper, underlying cause. It could be fear of failure, perfectionism, or even a simple lack of motivation. The key to overcoming procrastination lies not in battling the symptoms, but in understanding and addressing these root causes. Don't worry though, we're not here to just define the problem. We're committed to providing practical, actionable strategies to help you overcome procrastination once and for all. Stay with us as we first dig into understanding the root causes of procrastination. Ever wondered what triggers procrastination? Let's explore. Procrastination is like a sneaky shadow, always lurking around the corner, ready to pounce when you least expect it. But what if I told you that the shadow isn't so sneaky after all? That there are some clear and identifiable causes that trigger it. First up, let's talk about the fear of failure. This is a big one. Many of us hesitate to start a task because we're afraid we might not do it well, or worse, fail altogether. This fear can paralyze us, making us put off tasks indefinitely. Next, we have perfectionism. Perfectionists set such high standards for themselves that they feel overwhelmed even before they start. They fear that they won't be able to achieve the perfect result they envision, and so, they procrastinate. Low self-confidence is another root cause. If you don't believe in your ability to successfully complete a task, you're likely to put it off. It's a way of protecting yourself from possible disappointment or embarrassment. Let's not forget about decision fatigue. Our brains get tired when we make too many decisions. So when we're faced with a big task that requires a lot of decision-making, we might procrastinate simply because our brains need a break. And finally, we have lack of motivation. Sometimes we just don't feel like doing a task. It might be boring, or we might not see the value in it. In such cases, procrastination becomes an easy escape. Now, why is understanding these causes important? Well, once you know what triggers your procrastination, you can start to work on these areas. You can tackle your fear of failure head-on, learn to manage your perfectionism, boost your self-confidence, make fewer decisions, and find ways to motivate yourself. Remember, everyone's procrastination patterns are different. What triggers procrastination for you might not be the same for someone else. So, take some time to reflect on your own patterns. Ask yourself, when do I tend to procrastinate? What feelings or thoughts come up when I do? Understanding these causes is the first step towards overcoming procrastination. Now that we've dug deep into the causes, let's talk about setting clear, achievable goals. You see, a goal without a plan is just a wish, and wishes don't often come true without some effort. So how do we turn these wishes into achievable goals? Enter the SMART technique. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's a tried and true method for goal setting that has been proven effective time and again. Let's break it down. A specific goal is one that's clear and precise. Instead of saying, I want to read more, you might say, I want to read 20 books this year. Next, your goal needs to be measurable. How will you know when you've achieved it? If your goal is to read 20 books, you can easily keep track of the number of books you've read. Your goal also needs to be achievable. It's good to aim high, but setting unrealistic goals can lead to disappointment and demotivation. Relevance is crucial too. Your goal should be important to you and align with your long-term objectives. Finally, it should be time-bound. When do you want to achieve this goal? Setting a deadline creates a sense of urgency and can keep you motivated. For example, I want to read 20 books by December 31st is a SMART goal. It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Remember, a well-defined goal is half the battle won. Organized planning is a surefire way to combat procrastination. Let's delve into this. It's not rocket science to deduce that procrastination and disorganization are close companions. When our tasks are scattered and our priorities are blurred, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and succumb to the siren call of procrastination. But fear not, there's a cure for this ailment, and it comes in the form of organized planning. Now, you might be wondering, how does one go about creating an organized plan? Well, it starts with a prioritized task list. A task list is essentially a roadmap, guiding you towards your destination, one step at a time. But not all tasks are created equal. Some are more critical than others, and these should occupy the top spots on your list. So take a moment to evaluate each task. Ask yourself, what is the impact of this task? How urgent is it? The answers to these questions will help you determine the pecking order of your tasks. Now that we have our tasks listed and prioritized, let's talk about a fantastic tool for managing your time and keeping your focus razor sharp, the Pomodoro technique. Developed in the late 1980s, this method uses a timer to break work into intervals, traditionally 25 minutes in length, separated by short breaks. These intervals are known as pomodoros, the plural in English of the Italian word for tomato, after the tomato-shaped kitchen timer that the technique's inventor, Francesco Cirillo, used as a university student. Here's how it works. You pick a task, set your timer for 25 minutes, and then work on the task until the timer rings. Then, you take a 5-minute break. Every fourth break is longer, around 15 to 20 minutes. The beauty of this technique is that it creates a sense of urgency, which can spur you into action and keep you focused. Plus, regular breaks ensure that you don't burn out. So there you have it, a simple, yet effective strategy to keep procrastination at bay. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in our case, a single task on your list. With a well-laid plan, you're already on your way to beating procrastination. Scene script. Self-criticism can be a major roadblock. Let's learn how to overcome this. Often the most formidable adversary we face in the battle against procrastination is not a looming deadline or an intimidating task, but our own self-doubt and self-sabotage. We become our own worst enemy, keeping ourselves stuck in a cycle of delay and disappointment. Self-sabotage can manifest in various ways. It might be the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll never finish the task, or that your efforts won't make a difference. This self-criticism can paralyze us, keeping us from even starting the task at hand. So how do we overcome this self-sabotage? Firstly, it's crucial to recognize that these thoughts are not facts. They are simply beliefs that we've internalized, and beliefs can be changed. It's about challenging these negative thoughts when they arise. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," stop and ask, "Is that really true?" More often than not, you'll find that it isn't. Secondly, cultivating a positive mindset is key. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about focusing on your strengths, celebrating your progress, and reminding yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. Every setback is an opportunity for growth, not a reason for self-punishment. Lastly, develop self-motivation techniques. These could be as simple as setting small, achievable goals to build momentum or rewarding yourself when you accomplish a task. You might also find it helpful to visualize your success, imagining the satisfaction you'll feel once the task is completed. Remember, overcoming self-sabotage is not about achieving perfection or never having negative thoughts. It's about learning to navigate these thoughts and turning them into fuel for action rather than barriers to progress. Remember, you are your biggest ally on this journey to overcome procrastination. Scene script. Distractions are everywhere, but they can be managed. Let's learn how. In our modern world, distractions are as commonplace as the air we breathe. They come in many forms, from a constant stream of emails, social media notifications, to the all-too-familiar pull of household chores when we're trying to focus on a task. Identifying these distractions is the first step towards managing them. Creating a conducive environment is crucial when it comes to eliminating distractions. This can be as simple as decluttering your workspace, investing in a pair of noise-canceling headphones, or designating specific quiet hours where interruptions are minimal. It's about creating a physical and mental space that allows your attention to stay where it needs to be. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: technology. Yes, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a powerful tool that aids productivity. On the other, it's a potential black hole of distractions. To deal with technology-related procrastination, consider using apps or tools that block access to distracting websites during work hours, or simply turning off notifications on your devices. Remember, technology should serve you, not the other way around. It's also important to realize that our ability to manage distractions is not a fixed trait. Like a muscle, it can be strengthened with practice and patience. So don't be too hard on yourself if you falter initially. With distractions out of the way, you're all set to focus and get things done. So, that's a wrap on our journey to overcoming procrastination. We've explored the depths of procrastination, understanding its root causes and identifying our personal patterns. We've learned the power of clear goal setting, using the SMART technique to guide us. We've delved into the realm of organization and planning, discovering how to create prioritized task lists and utilize methods like the Pomodoro technique. We've also tackled self-sabotage head-on, developing strategies for a positive mindset and self-motivation. And finally, we've worked on eliminating distractions to create an environment conducive to concentration. Each of these strategies is a tool in your toolkit to help you conquer procrastination, but remember, it's essential to be kind to yourself throughout this process. Change doesn't happen overnight, and there will be days when you stumble. That's okay. Just pick yourself back up and keep going. Remember, change is a process, not an event. Keep practicing, and you'll see results. Before we wrap up, we have a small request. We'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences with procrastination and the strategies that worked for you in the comments section. Your insights could be the game changer for someone else. And if there are any other self-development topics you'd like us to delve into, let us know. We're here to help you on your journey to self-improvement. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start yours now.